All right, Epic Mystics, this is the first installment of Life Path Numbers, okay? So I'm grateful and thankful to be able to share my findings with you all, my research, things that I may have known, things that I had to find out, things that my spirit team led me to, just the whole process. So hopefully you enjoy this, okay? So Life Path Numbers, you are calling hidden in numerology, okay? Let's go to the next slide. We're going to be talking about Life Path 1. So if you are deemed as a Life Path 1, if you have a number by using the way that I taught y'all how to get to find your Life Path number, if you have 2-digit numbers and you reduce them and it comes up to a 1, you're going to fall here. This is the path of the leader, the ultimate full card. So the keywords for Life Path 1 is going to be leader, reliable, decisive, communicative, bright, prudent, which is wise, another word for wisdom or wise, charismatic, honest, kind, noble. All right, Life Path number 1. Your mission deals heavily with you being able to lead yourself and others by way of action. You are a kind of I'd rather show you better than I could tell you type of person. I don't blame you. I really don't. Those who walk with Life Path number 1 has the potential and the ability to be able to turn dreams and goals into tangible results quickly. And that's also because y'all are under fire, the element of fire energy, right? And I think I do cover that here in this slide where the element of fire is here. You have a lot of Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy, but Aries here is in Life Path number 1 really heavy, okay? Number oneers are what I like to call the fire signs of the Life Path numbers. There you go. I know I had it in there somewhere. Let's go to the next slide. So usually Life Path number 1 people usually have like bursts of energy, right? Usually independent from the crowd. They are typically the type of people that you would want to call on when you need innovation and creativity. Not only that, but you all too make great leaders. Great leaders because y'all usually again most likely are kinetic people. You learn most likely kinetically, not saying you can't learn by sight, sound, or reading, but y'all most of you are usually geared toward hands-on learning. Therefore you make great leaders because you've learned how to simplify things. Even if something is taught not to your best liking, you usually learn it and then modify it in such a way that you're able to benefit off of it. And when you see that it actually works really good for you, you usually teach it exactly the way that is best for you to have learned it if it would have been taught to you like that in the first place. Hopefully I'm making sense, right? Again, you are really great with modification as well. So Life Path Oneers do not mind trailblazing with the pioneering spirit as they see the potential in what could be and how to get there. Okay, these type of life pathers most likely take risks, even sometimes at their own detriment, because and a lot of times life pathers are they don't like to fail, but they will risk failing for the sake of learning, so that by the time they got a team up underneath them, or they have to lead a pack, or they have to do something similar but in a different arena, they kind of already know, okay, I've done this before, been down this path before, I did this didn't typically work for me, but this did, so let me try this and let me modify this further. Y'all have a really great sense of knowing what works and what doesn't work, and also finding out different ways to test things in modes of how things would work for you, right? So even though you life path number 1ers, y'all most likely do take risks even at the detriment of failing, because what y'all do understand is that there's more than one way to get the job done, which that's what makes you a great leader. Again, as well, is because y'all understand that there's different ways of learning. You just choose to simplify. Fire people usually like to find the simplest way to do things fast, quick, easy, and effective. And life path number oneers, it does not matter what zodiac sign you're born under, you still have the ability to harness and work with the energy and the magic energy of fire. Okay, so take this and use this at your advantage. If you carry the signature of a life path one, you are a natural born leader. However, watch out for the overinflation of the ego and a domineering spirit. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Carries the why energy, right? So the mission is what? What did you come here to do? What did you incarnate on this earth to do? Your why is why you are called to carry out your specific mission, right? Your purpose helps you keep focused on why you should persevere during hardships. Anyone can become motivated, okay? However, not everyone is naturally gifted with a motivating spirit. To possess a God-given spirit of motivation means that you have the ability to ignite and activate those outside of yourself. This is the true path of a motivator, right? Anyone can motivate themselves, but it takes a true leader to love motivating others, all right? To muster up enough fiery energy to not only give to yourself, but give to everybody else around you, to make sure that all pieces of the clock is working in its fashion, the way that it was designed. Like that's just a beautiful energy to always possess. Another part of your purpose is to gain self-confidence, as being sure of oneself is the needle on the compass that will not fail you. Sorry about that. I am missing the part on the needle. Okay, so if y'all reading along with me, just forgive me. Again, another part of your purpose is to gain self-confidence, as being sure of oneself is the needle on the compass that will not fail you, right? It's going to lead you to your true north. That's what I meant to say. Once you gain these strengths, your purpose is to give motivation to others, and also to help them find these same qualities within. That's the really good thing about you too, life path number one, people, is that y'all have the ability to be able to help others find themselves by igniting them. You don't do the work for them. You just kind of give them a motivational speech, and that is like the caffeine that helps them to go out and find themselves accordingly, if that makes any sense, right? Hopefully that does. Let's go to the next slide. So let's talk about some of the potential careers of life path number oneers, okay? Entrepreneurship is always going to be something that they will look at, even if they don't take the initiative to create their own business. They will always either find themselves creating their own businesses or running someone else's, or a conglomerate of both. Or they kind of like find themselves unofficial leaders, or always being the go-to person on a job in a career, okay? They make great teachers, lawyers, artists, politicians, freelancers, and this is including writing in any form of arts, and also coaching, anything to do with motivating. This is not limited to sports, okay? So any form of coaching, a lot of the times they find themselves doing really, really well in this particular arena. And let me see what Tony Robbins is really quickly. Okay, well, he's a Pisces, which is actually, so see, so even though he is a Pisces, ooh, this is some good energy, right? Good energy. He's a Pisces, but he does have life path number one energy. I tell you what, let's make that some homework. How about y'all find out Tony Robbins, any other type of motivational speakers, lawyers, teachers, entrepreneurs, artists, politicians, freelancers that y'all may have, that they may possess qualities that y'all look up to, not them necessarily, but just qualities. Put their life path numbers below in the comment section, and let's see if they kind of add up to what life paths, and see if that doesn't like where they fall at on the zodiac sign line. So that would be cool to do. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, let's go to the next slide. So this is the help center that I created for life path number ones, right? For a lot of us, people who are usually motivators but have a hard time, whether you are a life path one or not, and you're watching this, you may end up gleaning something out of this that you could utilize for your own life on a daily basis and the life of others, especially if you've been put in a position to be a manager or a supervisor of a sort, or just have your own business, or just feel like you love motivating people. Like that just may be something that you love, right? Sometimes the motivators are the ones who need motivation. So this is the help center that I've put together for you all, okay? Life path number one. If you find yourself struggling to embody any of these qualities listed for life path one, you might want to work on cleansing, healing, and balancing the lower three chakras: root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus chakras, right? Do your best to take in more foods that are red, orange, and yellow, as this also helps the body to align your chakras and aura accordingly. Now, due to being the beautifully bursts of energy that you naturally are, life path number one, you should ground yourself in nature and implement self-care regimens very often, okay? Because if you don't, you run the ability to burn out often. And you don't want to keep having short spurts of burnout and not attending to them. That will eventually lead you to one long burnout, okay? So, lastly, if you ever need a pick-me-up, try sunbathing, exercising, or dancing as outlets, as these outlets usually do the trick of reigniting your fiery passion. Also, the intake of spicy, warm, vanilla type of teas, making sure that they're trade safe and organic, or some a tea company that you trust. Spice warm herbal teas, or even make your own kind of like herbs that you can steep and drink yourself. That is warm and spicy type semi-sweet undertones. This would also help you as well. Okay. Cinnamon is always the go-to for life path number one, is to for anybody who actually needs any form of motivation. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Thank you, life path number oneers and cross watcher number oneers, for watching this video. I'm going to be dropping 1 through 9, and I'm going to give y'all some bonus ones as well, because we know we have master numbers. Some people are life path master numbers as well. I'm going to be doing some clarity on that, and this is going to be branched over for some time. Okay, so please be gentle and patient, as I do have to upload everything. I'm trying to keep these as short and condensed but straight to the point as possible, so that y'all can be able to glean from this. Okay, please do not be afraid to go in the comment section and converse with each other, right? If you are life path number one, if you have anybody in your family, the people that live in your home with you, if you are a worker on a job and you are on a team of people, if you are with a team of people, or you're the leader of that team, right? You might want to go ahead on, if you only if you are driven to, only if you feel compelled to do it, go ahead and gather up life path numbers, especially if you are a manager and a supervisor. Make sure your heart is right. You want to do that, and maybe that can help you pinpoint and you pinpoint and see some of the weaknesses and strengths of each individual that's on your team or in your company, whether or not you are entrepreneur. Again, for people who are in managerial positions and supervisors, that's going to help you further motivate people, right? Because we all got weaknesses and we all have strengths, and so this is going to help you even further understand folks as they are, and basically give us more compassion toward people who may be lacking something that may aggravate us. And always know that you can do this with the people that you live with as well. It'll help you understand who you live with even better. And lastly, this is even really good for those of you who have children. You will be able to spearhead their lives in such a way that they can break generational curses early on. You also will be able to help motivate them even further, learning their life path numbers, and also taking the time out to write and their own personalized statements, or making like a little journal for them so that you can pass that along to them when they get older. That includes, different things. You'd be surprised what you can do with these life path numbers, especially for your children, helping them basically pass a lot of tests that you went through. They don't have to repeat those things if we just equip them in the beginning, right? So again, hopefully this has helped you all. I'm going to go to the next one that I've created, and hopefully you enjoy. Love you all.